In this video, I want to share 3 different things that I've been recently implementing into my video footage to get that soft and colorful, beautiful look. But first, I need to share something. What's up friends, Tatsuki here, welcome back to another video. So about 4 years ago, I started getting into film photography and I went on a trip to Japan and Korea, took a lot of photos, came back here to Sydney and printed and created this photo book. It's full of beautiful and rich colored photos that I took on my film camera. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because from this, my YouTube journey sort of began where I was documenting my photography, and as I slowly got into more video stuff, I wanted to replicate the beautiful, soft colors that you get from film photography in my videos. Color grading video footage has been such a fun and experimental journey for me, and 5 months ago I created a video sharing some of my secrets on how I create the footage that I like. You guys seem to love this, so this is a part 2 to that video, so let's get right into it. The first thing is a tool that I used quite a while ago and I've recently gotten back into the habit of using it, and that is a Pro Mist filter. A mist filter is essentially a piece of glass with little specks on it so that when you have a light, for example this, it creates a glow around the highlights, giving you a softer look. Now I remember back in the day I was abusing the black Pro Mist filter by Tiffin, and I definitely got sick of it, and I think that was because I was using a high strength filter. Currently what I'm using is a 1/8 strength filter. This is a lot more subtle, you can use this on your day to day, and I think that it just gives my footage a little bit of a more softer cinematic look. Me in particular, I've been using a little clip-in filter from Colourful. This is because the lens I'm shooting with right now, the front element has got a bulb to it, so I can't put a glass filter in front of it. I have to then sandwich this in between the camera sensor and the lens. There's a whole variety of brands that create filters, so do your own research and see what you like, but I would recommend that you get a weaker strength one, just because the stronger you go, you can't undo the effect that it creates into the video. The weaker it is, you can always add a little bit more, but like I said, you can't take it back. So keep that in mind when you're shooting. You guys know the Instagram video postcard trend, right? I really love it because recently I haven't been taking too many film photos because, well, it's kind of expensive. And to supplement that, I've been taking a lot of still videos, which is kind of like taking a photo, but it's just motion picture. But capturing these moments and then being able to color grade it myself with all the tips that I'm talking about has led me to essentially taking a photo, but on video. And shooting these postcard videos has been like a really great way to practice shooting video and color grading. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't tried it out. The second thing I want to talk about today is selective color. Now this is where I think your own style and taste plays a huge role in the outcome and the visuals of your video. Depending on your video editing software, you should be able to change the hue of your color. For instance, in my videos, a lot of the time, I shift my greens to a little bit more of a blue temperature rather than an orange temperature. The reason I like this is because I shoot outdoors a lot, and of course in Australia and in Japan there are a lot of nature, so having a pop of color in your background, it's a great look to your visuals. Now here's a bonus tip for you guys if you color grade in DaVinci Resolve. In the latest update, DaVinci Resolve added a super powerful tool called selective color. Essentially, the tool allows you to pick and choose between the standard colors, and each color has unique sliders that you can really use to dial in on the amount of the color you want to select, the luminosity of it, as well as the saturation. What you can do with this as well is adjust the hue of the selective color. This was a game changer for me. My friend Gaku, he made a video diving into this one, so please go check that out if you want to learn more about this. Now before we get to the third and last topic for this video, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor of the video, Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community with thousands of classes on topics such as video editing, storytelling, and design. And these courses are created by creators for creators. Now, as we are at the start of a new year, I know that sometimes we need a little bit of help getting out of the holiday mood and back into work mode. So if you're in need of a kickstart for your creativity in 2025, Skillshare has a new Learning Path series on creating original ideas, overcoming creative anxiety, and taking action. Now, I've been creating videos on YouTube for 3 years now, and I think it's very important to keep broadening your mind. Everyone from beginners to even myself can learn from other creators to keep our minds stimulated, and honestly, this just helps you not burn out. Now recently, I've really been enjoying digital drawing and animation with my iPad, so I watched a short animation course on Procreate Dreams by Phoebes. In this course, I learned how to use some basic tools in Procreate Dreams to give my animations a little bit of life. This year, one of my goals is to get better at digital design, so I'm taking a few of these courses on Skillshare, and they have been a great help. So if you guys are interested in learning from the courses that I mentioned, or you want to try something else out, the first 500 people to use the link in my description will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now, as my film photography has inspired my color grading quite a lot, there is a person that I've been following for quite a while. His name is Yuan, I think, not sure. But his photographic style is so beautiful. It is the epitome of what I would consider a soft cinematic image. The low contrast pastel sort of look that he creates in his images is something that I actually do want to replicate with my videos, and so I have found that adding a little bit of purple, pink, violet, that sort of spectrum of color into the highlights of my video footage actually creates that soft, I want to say it feels nostalgic feeling to the video. This is another part of color grading that I think is extremely personal, and it is of course up to your taste. However, I really like this. Just the right amount of pink, just the right amount of contrast, and a beautiful composition, and my videos they scream this beautiful, soft moment in time that I'm just documenting, and yeah, I've just really enjoyed it. As I mentioned before, the main things that I loved about Yuan's photos is the pink in the highlights, but also the contrast. And contrast is something that I discussed in my previous video regarding color grading and how I like to go about it. So, go check that out if you're interested. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. This was 3 more things that I've been recently doing to my video footage to create that beautiful, soft and cinematic feeling. This was a highly anticipated video, so if you guys really enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below and I'll consider making a part 3 to this. It's kind of like a series now. It's nice. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Peace.